Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Happy Ekadasi to all of you. So today being the Ekadasi, so we'll be playing the recorded lecture of our dearmost Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and the topic is Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, and text 18. Hare Krishna, let me play.
The following is a class on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, text number 18th, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada, recorded on 21st August 1972 in Los Angeles.
Translation. By regularly hearing the Bhagavatam and rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is practically destroyed, and loving service unto the glorious Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact.
So, here it is said, Bhagavata Sevaya, not Bhagavan Sevaya. Bhagavan is Krishna, this Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Bhagavat means in relation with Bhagavan. Who has got relationship with Bhagavan. So here it is recommended Bhagavata Sevaya, not Bhagavan Sevaya. The idea is that you cannot approach Bhagavan, God, directly. That is not possible. First of all, you have to serve Bhagavat, the devotee. Bhagavata. There are two kinds of Bhagavata. Book Bhagavata and devotee Bhagavata. So, in the Shiva Puran, there is a question by Parvati to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva and Parvati, husband and wife. Parvati means the material nature. Sisti sthiti palaya sadhana shaktirika chai vajasa bhavanani vibharti Durga. Durga Devi. Durga Devi is in charge of this material world. It is called Durga. Durga just like fort. And the superintendent of this fort is Durga. You cannot go out of this fort. You are imprisoned. Such Durga Devi, who is so powerful energy, she can create, annihilate, maintain. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana. She is always sitting by the side of her husband, Lord Shiva, and questioning about spiritual inquiries. You see, such powerful deity is also ignorant about spiritual life. So the husband, Lord Shiva, is Vaishnava, and she is always asking, and sitting down underneath a bale tree. She can create so many universes, but for her, no building, only underneath the tree. So the question was, which worship is best? So Lord Shiva replied, Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param. My dear Parvati, of all methods of worship, Vishnu worship is the topmost. There are many demigods worship, even Lord Shiva's worship, but Lord Shiva says Vishnu worship is the best. Then he says again, Tasmat Paratanang Devi, my dear Devi, better than that Vishnu worship is Tadyanam Aradhanam. Tadya means those who are in relationship with Vishnu. Tadya, just like his devotee, Tadya. Tulsi Vriksha, Tulsi is Tadya. A temple, Tadya. Preaching, Tadya. Tadyanam Aradhanam. This is Bhagavat. So, Lord Shiva recommends that of all methods of worship, Vishnu worship is the best, and better than Vishnu worship is to worship his devotee or things in relationship with him. Tadhyana, that is Bhagavat. Here it is also said, Tadhyanam Bhagavata Sevaya. This book Bhagavat, spoken by the devotee Bhagavat, this should be taken very seriously daily. Otherwise, we do not understand what is Bhagavan. Therefore it is recommended here, Nityam, daily or constant, 24 hours. We have to mold our life in such a way that 24 hours, not a single moment leaving aside, we should be engaged in Bhagavata Sevaya, in the service of Lord's relations. The Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the spiritual master, Tulsi Devi, the temple, the preaching, the books, these are all Bhagavat. So Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Nasta Prabhas. If we engage ourselves in this Bhagavata Seva, just like we are doing daily, trying to read one verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, discussing amongst ourselves, this is Bhagavat Seva. Nityam, daily, regularly. By this process, when the dirty things within the heart, nasta prayeshu avadreshu, avadra means dirty things, inauspicious things. What is that inauspicious thing? Inauspicious things means the heart disease for sense enjoyment. This is inauspicious. Different varieties of adreshu. There are 3 modes of material nature, and multiply it 3, mix it again, it becomes 9, and again multiply it 9 by 9, it becomes 81. So these originally the 3, just like 3 color, yellow, red and blue. These 3 colors you mix, those who are artists, those who know the color display, simply you mix three colors in different way and it becomes varieties of color. So our heart disease, dirty thing, varieties of sense enjoyment. Varieties. So heart is full with varieties of sense enjoyment. Therefore, by Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, by daily, regular worshipping Bhagavatam, we become free from the dirty things. In the previous verse we have read that Sinnatang Sakata Krishna Punnasavana Kirtana Riddhantasta Abhadrani. We have got Abhadrani, so many inauspicious things within our heart. This can be cleansed simply by hearing the message of Krishna from Srimad Bhagavatam, from Bhagavad Gita, from the lips of devotees. In this way, when almost the dirty things are cleared out, not all. As soon as all dirty things are cleared out, then we are liberated soul. Immediately love of God, the original consciousness. He become mad, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jugayitam nimishena chakshusha pravishayitam sunnayitam jagat sadvam govinda virahinami. Feeling separation of Govinda. How one moment is equal to 12 years. Jugayitam. One juga means 12 years. One moment appearing. Sometimes we have got experience. If we want to see something, it is called expectant psychology. I'm expecting something, somebody, that my friend or my lover is coming. So on the door, if there is kut, oh, you have come? No, he has not come. The whole moment is 12 years. Such kind of separation, when we feel for Krishna, that means all dirty things are over. And something for Krishna, something for sense enjoyment. That means still the dirty things are there. But the more we engage our time, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, the dirty things becomes clean gradually. Just like when you are hungry, you are given food stuff, you eat. The more you eat, your hunger is satisfied. You feel strength, you feel satisfaction. Similarly, the more you advance in Krishna consciousness, you feel comfortable, released from the material discomforts. In this way, loss of price, gradual process. Nastapprayesu avadrisu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Not all cleans, but prior, say 75 cleans, at that time you become fixed up in devotional service. Nice. There are different stages of devotional service that I have explained several times. First of all, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Vajana Kriya, Anartha Nivittisya. When Anartha Nivittisya, all unwanted things are finished, at that time Nishtha, firm faith. So Bhagavati Uttama Sloki Bhakti Bhavati Naisthiki. So long there are dirty things, our faith and devotion in Krishna is not very fixed up. Sometimes we deviate, we go away. But then nasta prayasu, when 75% of the dirty things are cleansed, then our faith in God becomes fixed up. Bhagavati Uttama Slok. Uttama. Uttama means Udgata Tama. This material world is Tama, ignorance, darkness. And Krishna is beyond this material world. Therefore he is called Para. Para means transcendental. So Uttama Sloka. So when we offer our prayers to Krishna, they are not ordinary words. Therefore those who are not liberated soul, they cannot offer prayers actually. We have to repeat the prayers offered by liberated soul, not by ordinary man. Because he is not yet Uttama, he is not yet in the transcendental platform. Therefore we don't allow songs which are not sung by liberated soul, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur. They are liberated soul. We don't allow any literature which is not given by liberated soul. Literatures, they are always following Vedic principles. Vedas, the original transcendental literature, and any literature which is produced under the guidance of Vedic literature, that is also nice, that is perfect. Therefore, whenever we write something, we give immediately Vedic evidence. We give some Sanskrit verse. This means that we are not manufacturing ourselves. What we have heard from the parampara system, from higher authorities, we are presenting simply in our own language. And the evidence is this Vedic verse. This is perfect literature. So, whimsically, we cannot write any poetry for Krishna. That is not possible. That will create havoc. Srila Rupa Goswami says, Sruti Sriti Puranadi Pancharatriki Vidhing Bina Vaikantiki Harir Bhakti Utpata Eva Kalpate. Any devotional sentiment which is not supported by Vedas, Shruti, Shruti means Veda, and Smriti means corollary to the Veda, or things which are written in corroboration with the Vedic ideas. That is called Smriti. Just like Bhagavad Gita is Smriti. Bhagavad Gita, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is the same as the Vedas, but it is not directly Veda. That is called Smriti. Shruti Smriti, Puranadi. The Puranas, there are 18 Puranas. Puranadi means Rama and Mahabharata also. Shruti Smriti Puranadi. Pancharatriki Vidhing Bina. Pancharatriki Vidhi given by Narad Muni for worshipping the deity. We are worshipping the deity under the Pancharatriki Vidhi. So Rupa Goswami says that any devotional service which has no reference with Shruti, Sriti, Puran, Pancha, that is simply disturbance. Simply disturbance, creating disturbance. We cannot manufacture. Sometimes we are questioned, can we do this, can we do that? Of course it is good. But there is no need of manufacturing some idea. Whatever idea is already there, follow strictly. So, Bhagavati Uttama Sloki Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki. That fixed up bhakti is required, not oscillating. Sometimes this side, sometimes that side. So this can be possible, fixed up devotional service by Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Regularly worshipping the Bhagavad Grantha and the devotee, Bhagavad. Because without hearing about God authentically, how we can fix up? So we should hear Sinnatang Sakatha Krishna, Sakatha Krishna. Krishna's word is given by Krishna, just like Bhagavad Gita. Sakatha means his own words. So this is Bhagavata. And Sakata, Srimad Bhagavatam is also Sakata. The Purana is also Sakata. Because all these books are given by Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is incarnation of Krishna. So that is also Sakata. So we have to hear about Krishna, which is given by Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is given by Krishna, and Bhagavad and other Puranas and Vedic literature given by Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas. And the method is taught by Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. So therefore everything is Krishna's. Krishna directly, Krishna as Vyasadeva, Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu devotee. So we have to follow this. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakti. Krishna is teaching how to approach Krishna. That is bona fide. We cannot take any other method. This is the authorized method. The person concerned, he is teaching how to worship Krishna, how to become devotee. Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya Namini. Rupa Goswami said, Lord Chaitanya, you are Krishna, but you have appeared as Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya Nami. Namo Mahamadhanaya. Krishna Prema Pradayate. You are distributing love of Krishna. How it is possible for ordinary man? Krishna, but because you are Krishna, simply you are in the name of Krishna Chaitanya. So therefore, you can distribute. Your thing you can distribute. So Sinnatang Sakata Krishna Punna Savana Kirtana Riddantastha Avadrani Vidhunati Suhi Sada Nasta Prayeshu Avadreshu. A little, maybe, not all, there may be some habitual, but still, even there are some flaws in the beginning. If we fix up our devotion to Krishna, that is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Apiche sudurachara bhajati mamanannabha sadhuriva samantabhya sammak bhavasita hisha Kiprang bhavati dharmatma sassat shanti nigacchati kontiya pratijanihi nami bhakta pranasati. So, in the beginning, we must be sincere, very sincere, to follow the rules and regulations. But due to our past habits, if there is some flaw, that is excused. Not intentionally. Because I am habituated to something, And I am although engaged in Krishna consciousness, my past habits sometimes becomes manifest. So Krishna says, all right, you try your best, it will be rectified. Kiprang bhavati dharma. Kiprang means very soon he will be dharmatma, perfect, religious. Kiprang bhavati dharmatma satsat shanti nigacchati. And he elevated to the eternal platform of peace and tranquility. Konteya pratijanihi nami bhakta pranasati. If one is sincere devotee, he will be not lost. He will make progress. But if there is any ulterior motive, then he will be lost. Maya is there. The Maya, just like shadow and light, they are side by side. A little crossing the marginal line between shadow and light, you are in the darkness. Similarly, a little crossing of the marginal line from the darkness to light, you are in light. So, Krishna and Maya are side by side. As soon as you forget Krishna, or as soon as you want to utilize Krishna for your sense gratification, it is immediately Maya, darkness. And as soon as you want to serve Krishna, immediately it is light. So if we keep ourselves on this side, light side, always serving Krishna, then there is no possibility of our being in contact with Maya. Daividjesha gunamayi mamo maya durattaya mamivaja prapadante maya metang tarantite. This Maya is very strong. The same example yesterday we are giving. The sun, little deviation, the whole world, universe becomes frozen. And little deviation, the whole universe becomes ablaze. This is the position. Therefore our position is marginal. We are called marginal energy. We may be dark side or in the light side. So Krishna consciousness means to keep always in the light side. If we always think of Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, then we shall keep ourselves on the light side. And as soon as we think of sense gratification, immediately we are on the dark side. So we should be very cautious that we may not fall down on the dark side. We can keep ourselves in the light side by Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, simply studying Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, try to understand, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, 24 hours, be engaged in this way, you will be on the light side. Read the part.
Here is the remedy for eliminating all inauspicious things within the heart, which are considered to be obstacles in the path of self-realization. The remedy is the association of the Bhagavatas. There are two types of Bhagavatas, namely the book Bhagavata and the devotee Bhagavata. Both the Bhagavatas are competent remedies, and both of them, or either of them, can be good enough to eliminate the obstacles. A devotee Bhagavata is as good as the book Bhagavata, because the devotee Bhagavata leads his life in terms of the book Bhagavata. And the book Bhagavata is full of information about the personality of Godhead and his pure devotees, who are also Bhagavatas. Bhagavata book and person are identical. The devotee Bhagavata is a direct representative of Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. So by pleasing the devotee Bhagavata, one can receive the benefit of the book Bhagavata. Human reason fails to understand how by serving the devotee Bhagavata or the book Bhagavata, one gets gradual promotion on the path of devotion. But actually these are the facts explained by Srila Narada Deva, who happened to be a maidservant's son in his previous life. The
There
maidservant...
is another Vedic evidence. Jasya devi parabhakti jatha devi tatha guru tasyaiti katita jhartya prakashanti mahatmana. So, Vedic literature, the meaning becomes revealed to a person who has got unflinching faith in God and the spiritual master. Just like Gaur Krishna Das Baji Maharaj, he was editor, but he became the spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. So, the purport of the Vedic literature becomes revealed to a person who has got unflinching faith in God and spiritual master. God.
The maidservant was engaged in the menial service of the sages, and thus he also came into contact with them. And simply by associating with them and accepting the remnants of foodstuff left by the sages, the son of the maidservant got the chance to become the great devotee and personality, Srila Narada Deva. These are the miraculous effects of the association of Bhagavatas. And to understand these effects practically, it should be noted that by such sincere association of the Bhagavatas, one is sure to receive transcendental knowledge very easily.
So, our principle should be not to disassociate ourselves from the devotees. Narottam Das Thakur therefore sings, Tadera charana seva bhakta sane bas, janame janame mor ei abhilas. I desire birth after birth to serve the acharyas and to live with devotees. So, this association, society is giving these two opportunities. You serve the purpose or the orders of the acharyas and live with devotees. Then you will be secure in devotional service. Tadero charana sevi bhakta sane bas. Bhakta sane bas is very important thing. Even there is little inconvenience, still we should stick to live with the devotees. Then we shall be profit. Go on.
And the result is that he becomes fixed in the devotional service of the Lord. The more progress is made in devotional service under the guidance of the Bhagavatas, the more one becomes fixed in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The messages of the book Bhagavata, therefore, have to be received from the devotee Bhagavata, and the combination of these two Bhagavatas will help the neophyte devotee to make progress on and on.
Chant now, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Just to summarize, like Prabhupada started with this Bhagavata Sevaya, it's mentioned, not the Bhagavan Sevaya. Then Prabhupada explained Bhagavan is Krishna and Bhagavata is the one who has relation with the Krishna or with the Bhagavan. Then Prabhupada mentioned first Sarvada Bhagavata. So Bhagavata is two types. So one is the book Bhagavata and the other one is devotee Bhagavata. Then Prabhupada talked about Durga Devi and then how like even though she is so maintaining creation, maintaining and all these things, still like she was asking the question to Lord Shiva, which worship is the best? So then Shiva started saying like Vishnu worship there is the best, and the better than that is the Tadiya Bharadhanam Param. So the one who has relation to Vishnu, like temples, Tulasi Devi or devotees. So the worship of them is more glorious or more the best. So then Prabhupada talked about who is the Bhagavata. So again, Prabhupada talked about devotees, Tulsi Devi, books, and all these things. So then Nashta Praya Shabadresu. So these dirty things like sense gratification, the disease of the heart, so it gets almost cleaned. So there, Prabhupada said it's not completely clean. Completely clean means it is the liberated. So almost clean means it is around 75%, and then they get fixed up in the devotional service once they're almost clean. So then Praya means there Prabhupada mentioned almost, let's say 75% like that. Then Prabhupada said about Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, and the Nishtha stage. So will come when we are almost clean. The dirty things of sense gratification. So if the dirty things are there, so devotion cannot get fixed up. So then Uttama, then Prabhupada talked about Udghatatama out of ignorance. And then prayers are not the ordinary words. So we cannot offer those prayers. So we can repeat the prayers given by the liberated souls. So then Prabhupada talked about like why we don't allow the songs sung by non-liberated souls because they are not liberated. Because those are not the, I mean, whoever is liberated, non-liberated souls, like these are the ordinary words, and prayers are not the ordinary words. Then Prabhupada talked about Smritis, Smriti, Puranadi, all these things are the, and the Pancharatrika Vidhi. So all these are not ordinary, those are the words of Krishna only. So then fixed up bhakti is very required, not the oscillating bhakti. So how we can fix it up in devotional service? So that is by regularly worshipping the book Bhagavata and devotee Bhagavata. How to worship the book Bhagavata? By regularly reading the Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Puranas, and these things. So all these things are Swakatha, so Krishna's own words. Then Krishna only teaches us how to approach Krishna. So then Rupa Goswami prayer there to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya. You have come as Krishna Chaitanya to direct how to worship Krishna, so to guide all of us. So and then Prabhupada talked about Bhagavad Gita 930, 931. We should be sincere in the beginning. If there is some flaw due to our conditioning or previous karma, so it will be ignored or it will not be taken seriously. But provided we have to be sincere at heart. Their sincere devotee without ulterior motive is never lost. The Krishna, Prabhupada talked about Krishna and Maya. They are always side by side. If you are with Krishna means light, so there is no shadow. So then how to be on Krishna's side? So then Prabhupada again talked about reading and hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita regularly, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. And then Prabhupada talked about the small deviation in this universe disturbs a lot. So our position is the marginal. So then what is the remedy? So remedy for being is the like from the purport. So this association of devotees. So there is no difference between the book Bhagavata and the devotee Bhagavata. And the devotee Bhagavata follows the book Bhagavata, and the book Bhagavata is the glorification of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna. So it is direct words of Krishna. So then in the purport, then once we follow the book Bhagavata seriously, the purport of Vedic literature gets revealed. So there, Prabhupada talked about two devotees. One is Narada Muni, who was a maid servant's son in the previous life. Then how he was liberated, and then Gaurkishore Das Babaji was illiterate, but he got the purport of Vedic literature. And then Prabhupada talked about our institution or organization, which is ISKCON. So it serves the both things. So one is the serving the arts of the spiritual masters, and the second one is association with devotees. So even if there is little bit inconvenience in staying, we should not uh, get out, or we should stick to the association of devotees. And by the neophyte devotees, with the help of devotee Bhagavata and the book Bhagavata, they get advanced in spiritual life or in devotion. Hare Krishna, these are the things that I noted down. So, any other devotees wants to add up? Hare Krishna. So, lines are just unmuted. Okay, then we can end the class here with Vaishnava Pranama. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Kode Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Our dear most Acharya, His Divine Grace, Abhay Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Randra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Again, we'll meet tomorrow at 7:15. Hare Krishna. Now ending the class.